Ciao a tutti! Close your eyes for a moment. Can you hear it? The metallic clink of a gettoni dropping into a payphone. The theme song of Bim Boom Bam echoing from the living room. The smell of fresh cornetti mixed with exhaust from a Vespa passing by. The 1980s in Italy. Che meraviglia! It was a decade of transformation, optimism, and a unique magic that simply doesn't exist anymore. Today we're taking a journey back in time to remember 15 things from 1980s Italy that have vanished or changed beyond recognition. Grab your espresso, get comfortable, and let's dive into la nostalgia. Let's start with how we connected. Do you remember le cabine téléphonique arancioni? Those iconic orange telecom phone booths on every street corner? You'd slip in a gettone or a scheda telefonica, tearing off that little corner, hoping you had enough credit to finish your conversation. If you ran out mid-call, disastro! The panic was real. And those gettoni telefonici themselves, those grooved metal tokens worth 200 lire. We treated them like precious coins, keeping them in our pockets, our bags, sometimes even collecting them. They were more than currency. They were our lifeline to the outside world. Television in the 80s was an evento. Remember waiting all week for your favorite show on La TV dei Ragazzi? Bim Boom Bam with Paolo Bonolis, Ciao Ciao, and those precious cartoons that aired at one specific time. No streaming, no choice. If you missed it, you missed it. And somehow, that made it more special. Then came Drive-In on Saturday nights. Italy had never seen anything like it. Chaotic, irreverent, with I Fici d'India making us laugh until we cried. It wasn't just a show. It was a cultural revolution happening in our living rooms. And who could forget Festival Bar? Summer nights, Italian pop music at its peak, broadcast from sun-soaked beach towns. It was the soundtrack of our estate Italiana. Ah, Lelia! Those beautiful, confusing banknotes that made us all millionaires on paper? A coffee for 800 lire? A pizza for 8,000? We counted in thousands like it was nothing. Sure, the math was complicated, but there was something charming about it, wasn't there? This was also the era of Milano da Bere, that aspirational, yuppie dream. Aperitivi in sleek bars, paninari in their designer clothes, a sense that Italy was racing toward a glossy, optimistic future. The energy was elettrica. Let's talk about the small joys. I bar con le macchinette dei videogiochi. Every neighborhood bar had them. Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Street Fighter. You'd feed them coins while adults sipped their café, and suddenly the bar became your arcade, your social hub. And le sale giochi? Those dedicated video game arcades, slightly smoky, packed with teenagers, the sound of digital explosions and laughter mixing together. Before PlayStation conquered our homes, this was where gaming happened. Then there were le musicassette, recording songs off the radio, making mixtapes for your crush, using a pencil to rewind a tangled tape. Each cassette was a labor of love, a time capsule of emotions. Do you remember le edicole? Newsstands overflowing with Topolino, Dylan Dog, Tex, music magazines, and those collectible card series. You could spend an hour just browsing, touching glossy covers, dreaming. Il gelataio col carretto would roll through neighborhoods with his cart and bell. That sound meant summer, meant childhood, meant running downstairs with sticky coins in your hand. And those strange, beautiful Domenic senza auto. Car-free Sundays when streets became playgrounds. Families cycling together, kids playing soccer where Fiats usually parked. The city breathed differently on those days. 15 memories. 15 pieces of an Italy that exists now only in our hearts and old photographs. The 1980s weren't perfect. Nothing ever is. But there was something about that decade. A simplicity. A sense of community. The joy of waiting for things, of sharing experiences, of living in the moment because there was no other choice. We can't go back. The orange phone booths are gone. The lyre are in drawers, forgotten. The arcades are closed. But the memories? Quelli restano per sempre. So here's to the Italy of our youth, to Gettoni and Festival Bar and Drive-In, to a time when life moved a little slower and felt a little warmer. Grazie mille for taking this trip down memory lane with me. If this video brought back memories, leave a comment below. Which of these 15 things do you miss the most?